Okay, so good afternoon and welcome again to our Science 10 classes. This will be our third virtual meeting and I'm very happy that all of you are still around and I can see some of your faces. You still look healthy and I hope all of you are happy and healthy for today's lesson. Okay, so our topic will be about as I have just said, module 3. That the title will be Mountains and Plate Tectonics. Okay. Okay, so this is in line with our most essential learning competency number 1 for quarter 1, week 3. And our objectives will be, at the end of this module, you should be able to describe the distribution of major mountain belts around the world. Okay, copy? Can you hear me? Number 2, relate the distribution of major mountain belts to plate tectonics. And number 3, demonstrate ways to ensure disaster preparedness during a landslide. Okay, so maybe you have already memorized the plate tectonic maps and you're already familiar with the different plates. So in here we have the Eurasian plate, North American plate, Juan de Fuca plate, Philippine plate, Caucasus plate, Caribbean, Arabian, Indian, African, Australian, South American, Nazca, Antarctic plate, and Scotia plate. So, based on this theory, the Earth's lithosphere is divided into several plates. Okay, and the main question now is, how did the geologists, the scientists, determine these different plates? So that will be our big question. But before we go with that discussion, may I request everybody to go to menti.com. Open a tab. If you are using a laptop, you can just open another tab. And if you are using your cell phone, you can just press the home button and go to Google. And then from Google, you can type in menti.com. Okay, and from menti.com, okay, just enter the code which will flash on your screen. So our code will be 79278. Okay, I will be waiting for you there. So just go to the menti.com and enter the code 79278. So what will be happening here in menti.com is that we're going to test if you have already mastered the plate tectonic map, because that is very important for our next topic. Okay, so how many people are we in the room? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I thought we are 56, but inside our Menti room, we have only 6. Do you feel sleepy? I know it's noon time, so just go to menti.com and I believe you will be energized by the sounds if you can hear it clearly. But in my part, I cannot hear it clearly. I'm hoping that you can hear clearly on your side. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's start. For the others, if you fail to join our engagement activity, later on we'll be back at you in our Google Slides. Identify the different tectonic plates. Okay, we have the first question. Just type in the name of the plates on your cell phone or on your laptop. 6 seconds more. 2, 1, and time's up. So, nakahabol kaya yung iba nating mga classmates? Sino kaya ang mga nakapasok? Nakabigay ng kanilang answer. So, we have only two students answered, but they got the correct wrong answer, which is Pacific Plate. The correct answer is 1D Fuka Plate. Okay, let's go with the next question. Still, you're going to identify. Okay, so we have only two students who have successfully shared their answer. We have Lek and Maria. Thank you for joining. Okay, maybe you can get the right answer next. Okay, so we have the next one. Okay. Ay, lumagpas ba tayo? Sorry. We are now on question number 3. Okay. Identify identify the name of the plates. Number 3, we have 5 seconds more. 3, 2, 1, and time's up. Only two entered their answers. Let me see what are your answers. African and Pacific. So who got the right answer? It's African plate. Yeah, congratulations. We have only one correct answer among the group. Okay. Sorry, guys. So as you can see, I forgot to tell you that you don't need to write the word plate. Okay, just the name of the plate. Don't include the word plate in your answer. Okay, for the system to check if that is correct or wrong. Okay, sorry. Okay, next. So it seems that most of you have not yet familiar with the different plates. So leaderboard. So okay, it looks like we're just starting. Okay, so let's start over with this next question. Number 4. Look at your phone or your screen. So the number 4 is pointing at a plate between Eurasian and Pacific plate. So what is this plate? 10 seconds. Don't need to write the word plate in your answer. Just the name of the exact name. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. So let's see how many answers. We have 5. So 5 of you successfully input Philippine, Pacific, and African plate. And the correct answer is Philippine plate. I believe we have 3 correct answers. Okay, so let's see who got the correct answers. We have Arna, Leg, and Jay. Okay, good job. Mark, Maria, and Metal, you can still do it maybe later. Next question. Okay, look at your screen. Okay, we have the question number 5. So this plate is at the bottom part or the south pole. What is the name of this tectonic plate? Okay, I have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So 2 successfully input their answers. So let's try to look at what are their answers. Antarctica and Antarctic. The correct answer is Antarctic. Okay. Okay, and who got the correct answer? I believe we have only one. It's Lek. Okay. Okay, congratulations, Lek. You have 2,000 points. J, 1,000. Arna, 1,000. And the rest, okay. Congratulations, Lek, for your active participation for our review. So, for today, let's now go with our discussion. So, please check your modules. So, last Monday, you got your module from the school. And today, we're going to discuss everything inside your module. And don't forget to submit your answers and your performance task tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is the deadline of your submission. Okay, if you have any question about this activity, please remember I am here to help you. Always contact Sir Dads in our Google Classroom stream. Don't forget that. Always check your Google Classroom stream. And you can also private message me at my Gmail account. Okay, if you don't have your data, you can message me in my Globe number and my Smart number. You can call or just text me, message me there. Okay. Okay. So let's now proceed with our first topic. So our first topic will be focusing on our first objective, which will be about describing the distribution of major mountain belts around the world. So in your screen, you're looking at a copy of the mountain ranges map of the world, which is also located in your module page. I believe it's page 8. Okay. Okay. So remember, from the previous module 1 and 2, we come up with the idea of giving specific evidences which will give the geologist the reason in dividing the lithosphere into several plates. Okay, remember earlier I have said that please take note of the line separating the plates. Okay, and we have the big question, which is how did the scientists or the geologists determine the boundary between these several plates? Okay. Anyway, since we are now in our third week or third discussion, may I ask the group, type in our chat box if do you believe in the plate tectonics theory or not? So if you believe in the plate tectonics theory, just key in yes. If you do not believe in the plate tectonics theory, just type no in our chat box before we proceed. Okay, so Gemar believe that plate tectonics theory is true, that the Earth is divided into the different tectonic plates. And aside from that, don't forget that these plates are moving. They are continuously moving. So what could be the effect of this movement? Okay, so that is very important. So almost everybody of you believe that in the plate tectonics theory. So what we are doing here now in our first discussion about our objective number 1 is to identify what gives the scientists an idea in dividing the Earth, the surface of the Earth, what we call the lithosphere, into several plates. Okay? So what are their scientific evidence that help them divide the lithosphere into several tectonic plates? Okay, so sinabi ko na kanina guys, from module 1 and 2 discussion, so the geologists identify already 2 evidence, which are earthquake epicenters and active volcanoes. At this point, we will add another evidence to solidify the reasoning in the creation of the plate tectonic maps. And this will be the connection of the mountains or mountain ranges. Okay. So because our first objective is describe the distribution of major mountain belts around the world. So if you are going to look at the map, in the map we have the different global major mountain range labeled in brown. Okay, we have here the Rocky Mountain Range, the Andes, the Atlas, the Alps, and the Himalayas. Of course, not all mountain ranges are indicated in the map. So I just made that for you using Paint program. So look at your module. So in your module, how did you come up with your description? In our module, the first question is, where can we see the Rocky Mountain Range? So basically, we have, okay, so maybe Maricel also knows that, but she is more advanced. Maybe she had already read the topic. Okay, so yes, correct. It's basically found in North America. Okay, so as you can see, the next question is, which part of North America can we find Rocky Mountain Range? Which part of North America? Rocky. Which part? Hello? Are you still there? If you're still there, please key in your answer. West part. Correct. Yeah, west part. So you know it's dependent. You can describe it as the west, or you can just say maybe. Do you have any other description aside from saying that it is found in the west? So this is North America, and in the Rocky Mountain Range is basically found in the west. Okay, Ma'am Celine, you say west coast. Okay, that's almost the same with west. So can we have another description aside from west? Okay. Other description. So the Rocky Mountain is found in the North America based on the illustration, based on the map. And if we are looking at the map, question number 3, which part of America can we find Rocky Mountain Range? So you say west. So I'm just asking the group, aside from describing the location of Rocky as found in the west, do we have any other description? Anybody? In this case, we have the Rocky Mountains is basically found in North America. And which part of North America do we see Rocky Mountain Range? So you say west part, that's good. Okay, you can also say it is found in the right side or left side of the continent. Or since you are now in geology class, you will be more focused on if this is Rocky and this is North America, it is basically found at the west, and it is basically at the tip of the continent, or maybe tip is not the right word, but maybe we can use the word edge. It is found at the edge of North America. Okay, so in our module, if we continue to look at the line of questioning, there basically, the next question is, where can we see Andes Mountain Range? So Andes is located in South America. And which part of South America is Andes located? It is same. It is also found in the west. And if we look at the continent, okay, the landmass, it is basically at the edge of the west side of South America. In which continent can we find the Himalayas mountain range? Okay, yes. Okay, so it is found in Asia. And which part of Asia can we see the Himalayas mountain range? As you can see, if that is Asia, it is basically at the bottom part, and the bottom part of Asia, and it is basically at the edge of this continent. So generally, how do we describe the distribution of major mountain belts around the world? How do we describe them? Generally, the distribution. Anybody? You can actually describe them using only one word or a sentence. Okay, so anyway, you already know the answer on your module if you happen to see the answer key at the back. So generally, most of our mountain ranges are found along the edges of, okay, yeah. So the major mountain belts around the world are mostly found near the edges of the continent. So if they are found the edges of continents, so what's the connection with the Plate Tectonics Theory? there any connection with the plate tectonics theory? Or have you ever wondered that most of these mountain ranges are found near the continents? Meaning most of the mountains are found at the edge of North America, at the edge of South America, and at the bottom edge of Asia. Where are the other mountains? Can you see mountains at the east side of America? No. Mostly, no. No mountains are found there. So the mountains basically, guys, they are not randomly found in different location, different continent, or in different countries. They are not randomly located in different areas. You can really find these mountains in a particular region. And in this case, we can see in the map that they are found at the edges of the continents. Okay, so do we have any question about this description? Or do you have any other description? Okay, that's good. Okay, next. So a small trivia. All volcanoes are mountains, but not all mountains are volcanoes. So remember that. Okay, so what's the difference between volcanoes and mountains? Of course, volcanoes have lava while mountains do not have lava. And all volcanoes are called mountains. Okay, so in the Himalayas mountain range, we have the very famous Mount Everest. So of course, you all know Mount Everest, the highest peak. In the Rocky, we have Mount St. Helens, as seen in the movie 2012. Napanood nyo ba yun? Yung sumabog, tapos nagkaroon ng mga parang meteor shower, pero yun ay mga lava flow. So Mount St. Helens is basically a volcano, and at the same time, it is a mountain found in the Rocky Mountain Range. And of course, the Philippines, we have the famous Mount Apo found in Davao del Sur. If you want to search more on the different mountains in different regions, read your module, so you have a list of mountains there. Okay? Do you have any question about our describing the different mountain ranges around the world? Okay, if there are not, let's proceed with the next one, next objective. Okay, so don't forget, if you have any question, you're always welcome to ask me, message me in the Google Classroom, or you can just text me using my Globe and Smart numbers. Okay, for our second objective, we are going to relate the distribution of the mountain belts to the Plate Tectonics Theory. Okay, and on your activity, you are given the global mountain belt map and the plate tectonic map. So in your activity, do you have any problems following the instruction in your activity? Okay, assuming you have all followed the instruction. If you have followed the instruction, you will come up with this illustration. You will come up with this illustration. Okay, wherein you are able to combine the two maps together. So combining the plate tectonic map and the map of global mountain belts, as you can see, and this the one maybe being seen by Maricel earlier. That's why he answered that the mountains are found at the plate boundaries. So as you can see here, what pattern do you see? We can see that the mountain belts earlier, they are found at the edge of the continent, and now if we are going to place it on top of the plate tectonic map, you can see that basically these mountain belts lies between the different plates, between the tectonic plates. They lie at the plate called the plate boundaries. Okay, so the position of the major mountain belts are also location where plate boundaries are. Okay, so whenever we see mountains, basically in real life, you see a mountain. The big thing or the big idea here is that if you see a mountain, of course, maybe one or two or a group of mountains, that is mountain range. If you see a mountain, the big idea is maybe you are standing at a certain plate boundary. Okay, do you have any question on that? Any question? That is the big idea. If you see a mountain, it means you are standing at a plate boundary. Is that all true throughout the world? Do we have any mountains which is not located on plate boundaries? Of course we have. Okay, we have mountains which are not located on plate boundaries, but that topic will be discussed later on, which will be discussed maybe on module 9. Okay, but generally, all mountains are found where plate boundaries are. And if you are standing on a mountain, if you happen to go for a mountaineering or mountain climbing, meaning you are basically standing at a plate boundary between the two plates. And what will happen if you're standing there? Remember that when we say plate tectonics, these plates are basically moving. Okay? The plates are moving. You're standing on a mountain. The mountain is basically found on plate boundaries. So, what will happen if there is a sudden movement of these different tectonic plates? What do you think will happen to you? Okay, so basically in activity module 1 and module 2, if you have finished those modules, if these plates move, basically they will create ground shaking or what we call earthquakes. Okay, that will result to what? If you are in a mountain and there is an earthquake, basically we will point towards our third target, which is what? Mountains, ground shaking. Yeah, so basically we have a disaster called a landslide. Okay, so if you doesn't know, because you live in Metro Manila, in Mountain Province, we have Baguio City, Ifugao. Most of the time, they're suffering from landslide. Actually, it's not because of the ground shaking. It's not because of the moving of the different tectonic plates. But do you know the reason behind that? The landslide. Landslide basically are the movement of vast amount of land going down the slope. Okay, but these are not basically because of plate tectonics activity. Remember, in plate tectonics, the plates are moving very, very slow. And then with a sudden jolt, we have an earthquake. Module 1. And here in module 3, this landslide basically generally are not caused by plate movements. Okay? And what causes this landslide? Basically, sad to say, it's caused by humans, illegal logging, mining, making the soil weak. So if the soil is weak in mountain slopes, we have landslide. And many people suffer from landslide. So as you can see here, we have from Itogon Benguet, and then between 40 to 50% are feared to have been buried alive in the massive landslide. Okay? So, yan po yung effect ng landslide. Kung may mga landslide tayo sa mga mountain na mga slope, marami po namamatay. So, your third task is to demonstrate ways to ensure disaster preparedness during a landslide. So, have you done? Are you finished with your posters? Last year, we have a poster presentation, but their poster are very big. We actually put it in a illustration board. So these are my students from Section Nazareth. Last year, they present their illustration or their poster. But what I have asked you in your module is make a poster on an Oslo paper because this will be individual. So last year we do it in a group, and now you're going to do it individually. So in a poster, and you also have your rubrics to guide you in finishing your poster. I believe you have already finished your poster because tomorrow will be the deadline. Are you aware of that? Okay. Okay, so you see, class, mountains usually exist. Mountain ranges around plate tectonics are really interrelated with each other, and every time you find mountains, it means plate tectonics activity is working, because if the plates move, there will be possible formation or building of mountains. Okay. And another trivia, by the way, do you know that Mount Everest is getting higher because of this activity? Okay, that will be discussed by your next teacher next week regarding the different products of plate movements. Okay, but for today, I'm very happy to see if you can finish your module and submit your Oslo paper, your projects by tomorrow. Okay, and also don't forget to do your reflection and questions in our Flipgrid account. Okay? Yung iba hindi nagsasagot dito, guys, pero you should do this because this will serve as your diary, and it is also a place where we can interact together and we can see each other. Okay, so let me show you our Flipgrid account. So in this particular module, In our Flipgrid account, I have introduced to you I have an introductory video for you. So let's see if I can play it using my data.
Hello. Hello, guys.
Yung binayaran natin kay Mama ay 3 Ngayon, ang alam mo yung isa lang. 100.
Okay, I don't know if you can understand me in that video, but I am just saying that you need to do your reflections since we have already finished discussing module 3.
Hello. Hello, guys.
Okay, thank you for doing a good work in this class. I know it's a lot of manage. Please contact me if I can help or answer any question. Thank you and God bless.